Hello, 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 and welcome to Aurora Creative Healing. I'm Kia, and thank you guys for joining me again today. For those of you who have been following me since the beginning, you have probably noticed that the name of my channel has changed from Rainbow Tarot to Aurora Creative Healing. This is because I finally have my business website up, and to make everything more cohesive and seamless, I have changed the name of my YouTube channel to match the name of my business, which is Aurora Creative Healing. And the same goes for all my social media. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook under the same names. And if you want to learn more about my services and everything that I offer, feel free to check out the link in the description below. So, today I am doing a reading for the astrological sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the month of November 2019. This is a general reading. It is also a collective reading, and because of this, it may or may not resonate with you, so keep that in mind. If it does not resonate with you, please do check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, because you may find something there that is a bit more helpful to you. And if it does resonate, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your story and how it resonated. Feel free also to come back at the end of the month and share your story if anything evolves or happens between now and then. So let's get started, Aries. So before, while I was doing my pre-shuffle, I felt led to use the Goddess Knowledge, my Goddess Knowledge cards to start off the reading. Typically, I don't start with these, but I felt led to, so I'm going to do it this time. These cards, the art on these cards are actually by an artist in Portland, which is really, really, really neat. But I was led to pull a card for you guys, so I'm going to do that here. What messages do you have for the collective sign of Aries, Holy Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the month of November 2019? What goddess message do you have for the astrological sign of Aries? Okay. So, the card that wanted to flip out from us, and honestly this comes as very little surprise considering that we're in Scorpio season and we're still in the new moon in Scorpio energies, is Rhiannon. And Rhiannon is the great goddess as worshipped by the Welsh. She is an embodiment of life, death, and rebirth. For in her realm there is no death without regeneration. Her name derives from Ringantona, which means great queen. A shapeshifter, she can assume any form she wants. She often appears as a white horse. She is a muse goddess, and is accompanied by 3 sweetly singing birds who can revive the dead or put the living to sleep. The source of the king's power derived from Rhiannon, the queen, and a candidate for kinghood met Rhiannon dressed as a stag. A regal figure symbolic of rejuvenation, beauty, strength, and instinctual masculine energy. In altar myth, she appears as Nimue or as Vivian, the Lady of the Lake. Rhiannon is a beautiful queen of the night, a reminder of the close balance between death and rebirth. She demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves as a source of creativity, abundance, and order. That's an awesome way to start, Aries. Wow. So with that setting the tone of the reading, we haven't even gotten started with the tarot, we can already see that your reading is definitely going to be one connecting to this current energy of rebirth and regeneration and transformation, which is touching all of us in some way or another. So let's get started on the tarot. And we'll connect back and see how the tarot connects with that card, because I don't believe in accidents. And for some reason, Spirit felt the need to incorporate that card with your reading, Aries. So it's definitely to connect with someone out there. Okay. All right. Holy Spirit, what energy is crowning the astrological sign of Aries for the month of November? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay. So 2 cards dropped out. One flipped and one didn't, but I'm going to take both of them because I feel as though they're connected. The 8 of Swords and the Page of Cups here. What energy is surrounding Aries' hearts? Whoa. Page of Swords. Energy surrounding your heart space here. What energy is Aries grounded in the month of... Whoa. This is not taking very long, is it? The 7 of Swords here. In your grounding energy. What energy of the recent past is most affecting? Okay. Ace of Swords. 4 of Swords. Lots of swords here. I have 1 cup and all the rest of your cards, Aries, are swords. So this is definitely an energy of air, swiftness, truth, boundaries, it's all in here. Let's see. And what energy will most likely be surrounding Aries in the near future? Seven of Wands here. Okay. I'm feeling called to pull out a completely different deck to clarify. Up till now I had been using my little small deck here, but I'm feeling called, so there's obviously a reason we're changing things up here with you, Aries. So, let's get some clarifiers on the board. So far, Aries, I'm already seeing where there's some definite blockages here for you. In your crowning energy, in your headspace. I see where there's a desire within to move forward on a creative project or a dream that you have or an idea. I'm hearing curiosity of something new. But I'm gonna get some clarifiers here for you. Clarify this crowning energy for Aries. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify this crowning energy for Aries? Page of Cups and the 8 of Swords. Page of Cups and 8 of Swords. Why is this here in Aries crowning energy for the month of November? Page of Cups, 8 of Swords. Why is this here in Aries crowning energy? Wow. 8 of Swords came out again to clarify the 8 of Swords. This is a definite situation. Aries, there's something that you have a desire to do that's on your mind and in your heart to do it. But for some reason, there's these limiting thoughts or self-sabotaging thoughts holding you back. Now, where on this card, the 7 of Swords, you have like the hawk or the falcon, and his eyes are covered. So it's like he's blinded, like he's unable to see beyond his own thoughts. And these thoughts are what has you withheld, because even though he has like the cuffs, around his talons down here, they're not hooked to anything. He's not trapped to anything. It's all in his head. And in the deck that I'm clarifying with, it's a hand being held by the other hand here. You're holding your own self back. And with the Nine of Swords, there's definitely something in this situation, or within your situation, Aries, that has you... It could be some of you are having sleepless nights, but this is definitely a card of stress and anxiety, fear and worry. Definitely has you up. There's something about this situation that is holding you back from moving forward for one reason or another. Because you have the Page of Cups here also in your crowning energy. There's a desire within you to embark on something new. There's an idea. There's a dream. There's... I'm going to clarify this Page of Cups here. I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups, please. Clarify the Page of Cups. What is this Page of Cups for Aries? Sorry, what is this Page of Cups for Aries? What is this Page of Cups for Aries? Yeah, there's a definite desire here to move towards wish fulfillment with the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Cups. This is like passionate movement forward, but you're being held back from moving forward for some reason or another. And with the Four of Cups here, it's just like... It's like you're not paying a... Hold on. It's like you're closed off for some reason or another, Aries, as far as taking this new movement forward. For some reason, you're closed off from it. Like, you're looking in the opposite direction. And I feel like it's definitely because of this Eight of Swords energy. You're the only one holding yourself back from moving forward on this dream that you have here. Because it's definitely something that you're passionate about. And it's definitely something that can lead you to that wish fulfillment where you want to be. But there's something within you that's holding you back from moving forward here. Let me clarify the Page of Swords here in the heart space. Why is the Page of Swords here in the heart space for Aries? Three of Swords. Three of Swords clarifying the Page of Swords here in your heart space. One more. One more, please. Yeah, again, it's showing up this desire to move forward towards your purpose. Taking your time, planning things out. I'm hearing your hands are tied is what I'm feeling with this card. With the Three of Swords here. And again, there's a lot of swords here. A lot of air. And I feel like it's a lot because this situation is heavily on your mind. And it's your headspace that's got you tied up in knots here. that's keeping you from moving forward for some reason. For some reason here, Aries, it's like you're not listening to your instincts. You're not listening to that inner voice. And going back to the Goddess card here, because Rhiannon is all about listening to your instinct, and when it comes to your creative side and abundance, and with the Page of Cups here, it's definitely speaking to your creativity along with the Knight of Wands, this passion that you have. I'm hearing that you're not being honest with yourself in regards to the situation. There's something that you're not being honest with yourself about. With the Seven of Swords here, there's some self-deceit, and I definitely believe that's coming from the limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs that you have, Aries, are what's holding you back from pursuing this creative endeavor, or this idea that you have, this dream that you have. It's like you're deceiving yourself into believing that you can't achieve it for some reason. I believe the cause of it could be because of past pain or past hurt or disappointment that led to hurt, something that you were deeply invested in. A lesson to be learned, or a lesson that had to be learned for you. But this disappointment, this hurt, this pain from the past is impacting your thoughts now and has you in a place where you don't want to move forward. And it's coming from a place of fear. That self-deception here with the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Aries? Whoa. Okay. Yeah. So, clarifying the Seven of Swords is the Devil card. And in this particular deck, it's a person wearing a mask. Because the whole point is that the bondage that you are in, the reason that you're feeling stuck is by your own making, not anything external to you. We are our own worst enemy. We are our own worst enemy. And in this case, definitely for you, Aries, you're in a headspace where you are your own worst enemy. There's something in the past that you may be holding on to here with the Six of Cups. It may be memories from the past that have you tied down. Could very well be. Yeah. The Devil can also refer to indulgences or unhealthy behaviors of some sort. Codependency, things like that. But I believe in your case, this definitely has... I'm hearing there's a lack of self-worth or a lack of self-confidence in your ability to move forward in this endeavor because of past disappointments and past hurts. It has you questioning your ability to get this done or to do this or to take the first step. Clarify the Six of Cups, please. And the grounding energy. Where's the Six of Cups here? Yeah, Five of Wands. So this is also clarifying your grounding energy. There's definitely a lot of conflict and change that's surrounding you in the month of November. And it's connected to this past energy. It's connected to this Devil card, this bondage that's holding you back. And what I feel, this is definitely all inward. This is definitely internal. This is definitely up here. I feel like you're stuck up here, Aries, in your head. Okay. Sorry guys for the silence. I'm trying to focus on this message here because I feel like someone really needs it. Right? Clarify the Four of... No, not the Four of Swords. Clarify the... Ooh! Alright, then we're clarifying the Four of Swords. Chariot. And clarifying the Four of Swords and the energy of the recent past. Most affecting you in November. Clarify the Ace of Swords, please. Clarify the Ace of Swords, please. Yep. Queen of Swords, clarifying the Ace of Swords. This is the energy of the recent past. That was surrounding you in the recent past. That's most affecting you now. So what this tells me right here, with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, this tells me that in the recent past, Aries, you were sitting in a place where you... Let me get this right. I'm hearing that at one point you were lacking in boundaries. And it got to a place where you had to stand up in your truth. What was true for you? What was best for you? And cut out any and all things that made you unable to stand in that truth. Something here with the ace of swords was revealed to you. Something here. Some truth came out. Whether it was something within you that you discovered or something about someone else. But with the Queen of Swords, I feel like this could have very well been someone else or something else. Because the Queen of Swords is all about boundaries. There was a truth that came out in the recent past. I don't feel like it was pretty either. I feel like it was something that was difficult for you. I'm hearing a desert period for some of you. A period of difficulty. Some of you within a situation was lacking the nourishment you needed. Like there was a drought emotionally. There was something that you were involved in or someone that you were involved with. Does not have to be romantic. Can be, any dynamic you can think of. But there was a situation where you weren't being nourished emotionally. It was dry. It was desert. but you had stayed in the situation, I feel like, because you didn't think there was anything beyond this desert. So it was like standing or settling. But I feel like for some of you, something may have been revealed or awakened to you. And if this has not happened yet, it could be something that's going to happen. But this is the energy of the recent past going into November. So end of October, which we're in the end of October, moving into November, this energy of the recent past, where a truth had to be spoken. Truth had to be spoken. But it wasn't something that was easy for you. And I feel like when you finally set these boundaries, when you finally put boundaries up and what you were going to accept and what you weren't going to accept and settle with, it put things to rest here. And it put you in a period of rest and recuperation, so to speak. You took time away from whatever this was, whoever this was, and began moving forward victoriously and in a balanced way. But there's still something from that situation, you know, that's weighing on your heart, this with the Three of Swords here. And I don't know exactly what it was, only you know for you what it was, but there's something about this past situation that has you stuck in your head about not being able to move forward into something new, whatever this new endeavor is for you that's coming up, Aries. Let's clarify this Seven of Wands and the energy of the near future. Why is the Seven of Wands here for? Okay. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands here, Aries, and the Seven of Wands in this deck is portrayed. You have a girl here and she has her wand and she's sitting up here at the top. And there's people aiming to get up there, but she's like holding her space down and protecting her space. Like, yeah, there's like, yeah, there's like arrows and, where is it at? Arrows on her back here, where she's like just defending her position, protecting her position and where she is. This was clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Hermit. And what I'm hearing for you is that in the near future, you're kind of going to, you're going to be in this hermit mode where I'm not necessarily saying that you're going to be a recluse, but you're going to be taking time away to reflect on the events that have happened thus far and seeking wisdom from it, picking up wisdom from it, from things that you have gone through up until this point, including with this Ace of Cups here. Definitely this is a healing period for you, Aries, is what I feel. And the reason with you having the Seven of Wands here, like, you're going to be in a place in the near future where you've grown the wiser from your past, and you're not going to let anybody take that from you. You're not going to let anybody steal this healing, these cool waters, these calm waters that you have finally found. You're not going to let anyone take that from you anymore. You're not going to do it. Which is awesome. That shows a lot of growth, and that does, you know, that's, with that energy being in the energy that's encompassing you in the near future, that definitely does tell me, Aries, that, you know, this situation will not have been in vain. You're definitely going to come out of it a lot more together, a lot more confident, and willing to protect your space, willing to protect your peace is what I'm hearing, willing to protect your healing and everything you've accomplished. You're going to have your own full cup. You're going to be filling it, you know, on your own. You don't need anyone to do it for you. So, Trying to see if there's anything else here for you. Anything else for Aries, Holy Spirit? Anything else for Aries in regards to November? Anything else from Aries? So yeah, definitely think about and meditate on, you know, because with the Chariot here, this definitely tells me that in the recent past you left something behind that, you know, was no longer serving you. And you're gonna be better for it. And sometimes it takes letting go in order to move into the new and what is meant for you. But I think the biggest advice here in this reading, Aries, is that you should definitely make sure that you do not allow the past to haunt you, that you do not allow the past to place doubts on your mind and hold you back from taking this next step, whatever this is for you, whatever this dream is that you have, this creative endeavor that you're eager to start upon. Don't let the past taint that. It's time to release it and let it die, whatever it was. Whatever it was. Okay, yes. Yeah, this Ten of Swords here. Yeah, definitely time to let it go, to release it. It's the end of that cycle. It's the end of that cycle of pain for you, Aries. It's time to let it go. Yep. Victory here with the Six of Wands. You are going to be victorious. Eight of Wands popping up. Do not dwell on the past and what was lost. Do not dwell on what is behind you. Keep moving forward here. And the Seven of Wands popped up again. Do you see how the hand is protecting that fire? I think this is an even better example of what I was saying. The energy that's going to be surrounding you in the near future here with the Seven of Wands. You have the hand and it's raining, and the hand is over the fire, protecting it from the rain. This is your fire within. This is your healing. This is your light. And you're protecting it from the downpour. You're defending it. You're not going to let anybody shake it from you, because now you've got it and you have your hands on it, and you're guarding your place and you're standing your ground, which is absolutely beautiful here. So I'm really excited for you, Aries. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you for, you know, going into this and doing the hard thing and letting something go, because it's not easy to let things go, especially when we're emotionally invested in it. And I do feel here, especially with the Three of Swords, is that whatever the situation was, whatever or relationship was, you were definitely emotionally invested in it, and it was difficult for you to set these boundaries and move forward, but you did it. And that's sometimes the hardest part, you know? So that's awesome. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a bit of advice, even though I feel like I've kind of given advice, but we're going to do some more advice. Maybe something different will pop up here. Okay. Let's get advice for Aries. Okay. Holy Spirit, can I please get advice for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November 2019? Holy Spirit, can I please get advice for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October 2019? Holy Spirit, can I please get advice for Aries for the month of November? Three of Coin. So I definitely feel for you, Aries, that in the month of November, it's going to be very important that you find people of like minds, people that are on a similar path as you, that you can work together with towards this common goal. Because I definitely feel like this dream of yours is somehow creative, and don't limit creative to like art or music. Creative is honestly anything. I consider anything thinking outside of the box creative. I consider anything that comes from a place of imagination, creative. Creating anything here. This creative endeavor that you have, or this idea that you have, or this dream that you have, whatever it is, it's going to be important that you find people of like minds and come together with them to work towards this goal. I'm feeling that you're going to be more successful, collaborating is the word I'm looking for. Collaborating. What else do we have here? Advice for Aries, please. Holy Spirit, advice for Aries, please. Month of November. Knight of Coin. So this is definitely in regards to this goal or this dream that you have. It's going to be important that you embrace the energy of the Knight of Coins. And by that I mean move slow and steady. This isn't something to rush into. Plan. Be practical in your movements. Be thoughtful in your movements. Take your time. Breathe. Make sure you have a solid foundation, that you're grounded in whatever you're doing. And the third card, I am not surprised it popped up again, because I feel like for the majority of you that this message resonates with, dwelling on the past is going to probably be the hardest thing that you have to overcome, but I believe in you guys and I know that you can do it. So, 5 of Cups here. Definitely. See how he's dwelling on the cups that spilled over, and then you have the castle in the distance that was left behind, and he's just staring at it and dwelling on the past. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this, Aries. Do not focus on what was, on the loss, on if you have regret. Do not focus on it. Do not regret. Turn around and keep moving forward. Turn around and keep moving forward. I feel like that's going to be probably the biggest challenge for you guys, but I have all the faith in the world in you. All the faith in the world. Let's get an oracle card. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Yeah, this is complete, like, going something different here, but, it is what it is. however it swings. Can I get an oracle card for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October? November. For the month of November. Oracle card for Aries, please, for the month of November 2019. There we go. Number 11, Dark Night of the Soul, Life Brings New Meaning. And I'm going to read this for you directly out of the book. So, Dark Night of the Soul. Healing crisis. Life brings new meaning. The dark night of the soul is a deep-seated human experience that can be deeply traumatic, filled with sadness and melancholy. This is an incredibly trying time in the human experience, one filled with constant emotional turmoil, feelings of loss, instability, and darkness. Sometimes the most insignificant event can spiral an individual into a dark night experience. Like the straw that broke the camel's back, your soul has said enough is enough. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as night turns into day, it's a cycle of renewal. Now you are becoming more aware of the ego and how it comes into play with your emotions, your physical drive and motivation, and how others interact with you. You may feel as though you are clouded in darkness, feeling emotionally broken and helpless in your life, feeling alone and isolated, that the world is broken and lost. This lonely, dark space can be difficult to navigate if you have only a limited support network of close friends or family. Know that at any time you can reach out and talk to someone to shift these challenges. Right now you may be experiencing feelings of deep depression, melancholy, and sadness, that a part of you has been lost to the world, never to be seen or heard from again. However, this is far from the truth. Nothing is ever truly lost. We just outgrow our own surroundings, environments, and personal interests. Like the earth cycle of the night, it is always darkest just before the dawn. Know that you will be emerging soon with a new lease on life and greater understanding of who you are as an individual. View this time now as a purification of the senses and spirit. You must face hidden memories, concerns, or stories that are lying beneath the surface if you wish to emerge enlightened, forever transformed by your experience. Stop and surrender to the universe. Affirmation: I accept and create positive actions through the cycle of change. All right, Aries. All right. So, you guys, that's all I have for you. If you are interested in a personal reading, please do check the link in the description to my website. And if you mention this YouTube video, I will give you 50% off of any reading of your choosing. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe if this message resonated with you. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. So for now, I send you love and light. Bye-bye, Aries.